Good evening. Okay, I'm going to try to make this very quick because I know everybody's been here for a long time. This award gives me great pleasure to give out because it goes to an incredible woman who is not only an incredible reporter, but an outstanding human being. She is here tonight to be recognized for her reporting. Andrea Mitchell is an example of a dogged, persistent, tireless, extraordinary reporter. And to be an outstanding reporter and to be recognized as such, you have to be very quick on your feet, you have to have an even quicker mind, and you have to know how to control your mouth. And you have to do it all at the same time. Andrea first started at KYW television in Philadelphia. I also started there, and I heard about her when I was just about 21 years of age. And she became a legend because she went from local television right to the network. And at that time, going to the network was kind of like climbing Mount Everest. Very few women got to the network. And I knew that if I watched her and she did well, she would pave the way for so many other women who would go beyond her. She not only did well, she triumphed at the network. She has covered every conceivable type of story. She has interviewed every newsmaker in this country. She is known as a fair reporter, somebody whose voice is heard above all the clatter because it is consistent, it is steady, and it is fair. There isn't anybody who's been interviewed by her who wouldn't call her one of the best interviewers on American television. It is my great pleasure to introduce somebody who I have worked with, who I have competed against, and she's much better to work with than to compete against. Somebody asked me tonight when I told them that I was going to be introducing Andrea Mitchell, they said, well, are you going to talk about her husband? I said, why would I do that? Andrea Mitchell was outstanding before she was married, and she's outstanding today on her own. So she and I have been standing in the back where John Klein said it's freezing, and it is. And I know everybody wants to get up and beat that traffic and the valet parking thing. So I'm glad you waited to honor an incredible woman who's worth honoring, whose work stands for itself, and who has been so gracious as to pave the way for so many others. What I admire particularly about her is that in her pursuit of excellence and her pursuit to the top, she has never forgotten to look back, put out her hand, and bring other women along the road with her. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the incredible, the outstanding, a phenomenal woman, Andrea Mitchell.
Well, nothing could honor me more than to be here to receive the Gracie Award from the Alliance and to receive it from Maria Shriver. I have to say, Maria was brave and strong as a colleague in the media. She stood up for all of us women when there were not very many of us. We used to huddle behind the scenes at political conventions and sort of cry on each other's shoulders, not literally, but figuratively, because we really needed each other. And I learned so much from Maria's example, and seeing her now stronger and braver and more courageous as a leader of the Women's Conference of Women's Nation, which was honored for the report on Meet the Press earlier this evening, means so much to me. And I thank her for everything that she represents. And I'm just very grateful to all of you, and I'm grateful to NBC News and to MSNBC because they have empowered me. The women at NBC and MSNBC are so strong and now so numerous, and we work with each other and for each other, and I accept this gratefully for all of the women executives and the producers and the editors and the camera people and the researchers and the desk assistants, all of those who've preceded me and who work with me and who will follow me, because we really are, I think, making a difference in being able to tell women's stories and tell stories with a different sensibility. And there is a huge value in the diversity that we represent. So thank you all so very much. We have come a long way, but it is a work still in progress. Thank you.